So we'll go update on Tim. At least a week, more of a, I guess they're saying contusion, sprain, but nothing structural, so that's good news. Mott, probably a week as well. So both those guys will be unavailable.
Are you able to kind of maybe specify, like, was it shoulder, arm, like?
Yeah, it was a shoulder.
Do you feel like you dodged a bullet on this one, just based on the way he skated off? A lot of times, I think we as media and fans think that could be more serious than...
the way the other guys have been out, the length of time that they've all been out since I've been here, these centers, yeah, certainly. If he's back 7-10 days, whatever it is, certainly lucky, yes.
Do you think at this point, though, DJ, given your schedule, that he won't be back till after that Christmas break?
I can't say that. I know Timmy's a real competitive kid and wants to play, and if there's no chance of him hurting it and the pain isn't extreme, I would say that he would play. So we wouldn't never put him at risk, but if it's at the point where he can't make it worse, I would assume he'll play. So I wouldn't count him out before Christmas, but he may not.
Does it only being a week enable you to kind of lean on the top six a little bit more with the two top lines? If it was longer, obviously, maybe you'd have to disperse the minutes between all four lines.
Yeah, but we're going to need everyone to win. The more we roll our bench, the better we play. Because if you start overplaying guys, that's when they get hurt. That's when they play slower. So everyone's just got to do what they do, just a little harder, and pick it up just a bit, and hopefully that's enough.
It's a situation where it's good to have a guy like Derek Broussard.
Yeah, absolutely. And I go back to Pierre signing him at the start of the year for very little, contract wise, and a guy that's been able to help in all situations. When he's healthy, and whether it's 2, 3, 4 games, whatever, he's back at center with these guys, see how this goes. But he's able to play in all situations. He was able to go on that Kastelic line with Watson and kind of settle that line down. So he's been able to help in a lot of areas.
Has he done a good job of accepting his role too? You've been able to put him 1, 2, 3, 4.
Absolutely. He's, and then you find yourself as a coach playing the guys that you continuously trust, and he's a guy that can play in all situations. I think he's really dug in defensively. And realizes that's where, a lot of nights we need him more. Tonight he'll be the kind of defensive conscience maybe of that line, but also, when he's played with Drew, he's found the back of the net a bit, and those guys create plays. So he's got the ability to score as well.
What's the report you get on Lucchini, as you call it?
I think he's got close to a point a game down there. From in the exhibition, my own viewing is how fast he was. He's able to get on the forecheck. He's able to go fast and stay on guys at the NHL level. It's just, the strength, size. Is he able to handle that? But, for all accounts, we think he can.
Goal tonight?
We'll see tonight.
You saw a lot of the Canadiens in the preseason. Anything about what they're doing now surprise you with their season so far?
No, they're. I mean, that top line's real. Obviously, Kirby Doc has gone with those guys, and that's a real top line. I know Monahan just got hurt, but they got real players there. I mean, Hoffman can score, Dadonov. They've got some guys that have been in the league, up and down that lineup. And then the young kid on defense has done a real nice job, the goalie, and obviously he's going to be a real good player. And their goaltending's been really good. And everyone is tough to beat in this league, and obviously they have some swagger. They can score some goals, and whether it's Montreal or whoever it is, everyone is a good team in this league, and you got to be ready.
There's been a few examples around the league lately of forwards falling victim to defensemen stepping up kind of in the open ice, maybe because they didn't think it was coming, just the way the game has gone the last few years. But I don't know. Have you had any conversation with your forwards? Just a reminder that contact still can happen.
Well, for sure. And the pre-scout always tells you which guys are step up more than the other ones. There's defensemen in the league that step up and hammer you. There's D that step up and kind of take the puck from you. And those are pre-scouts, and those are things that the players are aware of. But the game's fast, and you got to be aware of who you're playing against at any time. There's guys in this league that can hit you and hit you hard.
Did you get the call for you, I'm sure?
Yeah, it's something I've dreamed about my whole life. It didn't really hit me until I kind of drove into Ottawa last night. I was kind of just passing through kind of around the rink, and just kind of realized like you're really here, and that's when I really got excited, and just dreaming about this my entire life, and I couldn't be more excited. It's going to be not only exciting for myself but my family. Fortunately, they're not going to be able to be here tonight, but hopefully this weekend if I'm able to be in Detroit. But no, I'm super excited for tonight, and just take it one day at a time.
Where are they, your parents?
Trail, BC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit. It's tough to get. You got to go to Kelowna and then fly up. So yeah, it's tough.
You've had a pretty good season in Belleville, I guess. So working towards getting this kind of.
Yeah, this was kind of always the dream. I think last year I was on an American League deal, so I wasn't able to get called up. But this summer I tried to. I wanted to set myself up last year for this year and be able to get an opportunity to be here, and I couldn't be more excited. I thought I had a good summer of training, and my training camp I felt good. So I'm super excited to be here and for the opportunity.
You were at Laval before, so playing the Habs, some guys probably.
Yeah, I know a couple guys decently well. I obviously was at camp with most of them. I don't know a lot of them personally, but a couple guys on their team I was pretty close with when I was in Laval. But I was really close with Pizzetta. We lived in the same building when I was there.
You just get recognized for the hard work too.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I try to go about every day just working hard and trying to be the best player and person I can be. And I always thought that this opportunity would present itself at some time throughout my career. For me, I'm 27, so I'm a little bit older, but I've been through. I like to think I've been through a lot, and I've learned a lot. And I think right now I'm in a good spot to succeed and just put my best foot forward.
I mean, it's worth the wait, though, right?
Yeah. It's exciting for sure.
You probably asked this before I got here, but where were you when you got the call?
I was at home. I was just kind of relaxing at home. Obviously had an idea maybe someone was going up. Nothing was said at practice or anything like that, but I got a call yesterday from Ryan, and he told me I was going up, and I was super excited.
27 means you might be a little bit more mature. Will that play a factor here, or you hope it does?
Yeah, I think so. I think that, thinking back to when I was, 23, 24, a rookie in the league, I thought I knew everything, if that makes sense. But, I've, learned a lot throughout my 4 years. And, I think last year I really learned a lot about myself because, I was only an American League deal. So it just kind of, I wanted to just gain confidence. And, I knew I was going to be in Belleville all year. So I think that kind of, humbled me a little bit. And, it just kind of made me work harder to try to achieve, ultimately this goal.
Hard not to ignore the history that Montreal and Ottawa have together.
Yeah, it's cool. It's, something I've obviously watched throughout my life. And, it's super cool to play my first game in front of or against the Canadiens.
The last couple of games, DJ has given you more of an offensive role, being able to put you on the power play. How has that built your confidence to become more of an all-around player?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge for my confidence. It's a great opportunity that he's been giving me, and to play with some talented players and in different situations all over the ice. And I'm just kind of trying to take advantage of it, and not overthink it at the same time, and kind of continue to just do what I do best and play my role. But if I get out there with certain players, obviously you want to try to perform well with them. So it's a great opportunity, and I'm excited for, hopefully continue to get more of those.
Has it been a comfortable transition, or is it a real work in progress?
A little bit of both. All those guys are so great to me, and they've been around a long time, like Giroux and Chucky's been around for a while. So stepping on the ice with them, they kind of just expect you to be ready, and so that's what I try to do, and just try to be confident in all situations with them.
With their history against Montreal now, they're a lot more physical than they used to be. How do you have to change your role and bring that extra physicality when you're playing against them?
I think it's just kind of comes natural for me and a lot of the guys. But you touched on their physical team, and I think we have a lot of guys in this room that are capable of matching that. And if it means bringing a little bit more intensity or kind of just having a little bit more jam in your game, I guess that's what you got to do. But I think we also have a lot of like skill in this lineup that we can play fast, and I mean, hopefully, kind of play with more pace in them. And I mean, when it comes down to the physicality, you just got to bring it and be ready for the game and know it's coming.
What did it mean for you to see Kel's pot one last game?
It was great. I was super pumped for Kells, and you could see by his celly that he was fired up as well. I mean, probably felt like forever for him, and he's been getting a ton of chances this year. And I mean, he's a great dude, and he works super hard. So you always love to see guys like that put one in.